Gbàgede Ìmọ̀ TV, Gbàgede Ìmọ̀ TV, níbi wọ́n ti ń dábìí ẹ̀dùn tí wọ́n ń rọ̀ bí òwú. Gbàgede Ìmọ̀ TV, láti ń gbóhùn sáfẹ́fẹ́, láti ń dábìí ẹ̀dùn tá ń rọ̀ bí òwú. Gbàgede Ìmọ̀ TV, Gbàgede Ìmọ̀ TV, ọgbọ́n ń bẹ, òye ń bẹ, ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lóríṣiríṣi ní Gbàgede Ìmọ̀ TV. Ẹ máa wò ó, ẹ máa gbọ́.
Mo kí lọ́kùnrin, mo kí lọ́bìnrin, mo kí ọmọdé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí àgbà. Jẹ́ ń gẹ́ fìlà ń dáadáa. Celebrant máa ń ṣe fìlà dáadáa. Yá ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀. O sọ fún mi pé fìlà yóò dá. Mo kí lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin lọ́mọdé lágbà nínú ilé yìí, mo kí wa pa kú dédé àsìkò yìí, àsìkò bí ọjọ́ ti rí. Tó wíkẹ́ndì tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ òpin ọ̀sẹ̀, àkó òpin ọ̀sẹ̀ tòní, àkó gbádùn òpin ọ̀sẹ̀. Wá kan fìdílé tàbí kẹ́ fìdílé kan kẹjá jọjẹ gbádùn ètò ọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ lórí ìkànnì BGI TV bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ tẹlifíṣàn. Látẹnu èmi bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ fúnra mi ní o lọ́tùn lọ́sì òun náà la ṣe preparation ìṣílé àfẹ́ṣe. Ní bínú lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá rí mi, ṣùgbọ́n mo fi dá yín lójú pé mo ti padà dé bíbà bá mi tilẹ̀kùn yẹn. Mo ti sọ fún yín pé mo ti dé padà full, ẹ sì máa rí mi wò lóòrèkóòrè. Ẹ bá mi sọ fáwọn tán tí mọ̀ pé bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ ti padà dé, mo ti wà ní Nàìjíríà padà full. Ṣùgbọ́n preparation ìṣílé tá a fẹ́ ṣe lọ́tùn lọ́sì òun náà ló ṣì ń jẹ́ kí ségesège máa wáyé. Ẹ wá kan fìdílé tàbí kẹ́ fìdílé nǹkan kẹjá jọjẹ gbádùn ètò ọ̀rọ̀ tó lọ tòní. Ẹ máa bá wa subscribe sáwọn ìkànnì wa lórí YouTube BGI TV, lórí Facebook gbàgede mọ̀ Murtala Adébáyọ̀, lórí Instagram gbàgede _22, àwa lórí TikTok náà bàbá gbàgede mọ̀. Ẹ support wa dáadáa láwọn ṣánẹ́ẹ̀lì nípa mímọ̀ follow wa. Ẹ jẹ́ fàsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ torí Yorùbá ní yín ní kẹ́mi lè ṣe míì. Mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀, mo dúpẹ́ pé òkun lọ́wọ́ oníkálùkù ẹ̀ ṣe dárúkọ tán, kódà wọ́n ti wá pọ̀ bìbà. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi, ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ lẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi, Ọlọ́run ọba mọ̀. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ pé lóòótọ́ lẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ bàbá gbàgede. Ó dẹ̀ yà mí lẹ́nu, mi ì dá sí yín, ẹ dẹ̀ tó sì nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ náà. Ẹ ṣé o, lágbára Ọlọ́run dáadáa ò ní tán nínú ilé wa. Àwọn èèyàn nawọ́ sí mi gan lórí ìṣílé tí mo fẹ́ ṣe. Kódà ẹ ṣeun. Èmi ò ní nǹkan kan tí mo lè ṣe fún yín ju kí n máa dúpẹ́ lọ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá fẹ́ wá láti ìlú òyìnbó, mo ń retí yín. Mo ti prepare àyè special àyè fún yín tẹ́ máa jókòó sí ìjọ náà, and well recognition la máa fún yín. You people will be well recognized. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ torí mi wọ aeroplane tẹ́ lẹ́ńbọ̀ ẹ débí láyọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run àtàlàfíà. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti fún mi lówó, mo dúpẹ́ o. Ǹjọ́ ayá mi lẹ́nu oníkálùkù àní ẹ bá dá orúkọ mi, ó mà ṣe o. Ká ní mo mọ orúkọ yín máa dárúkọ o. Torí ó yà mí lẹ́nu, ẹ yà mí lẹ́nu. Ìyá kan dẹ̀ wò mí ṣoṣoṣoṣo lánàá. Ó dẹ̀ là mí lọ́wọ́ tí ò ṣe é sọ. Ó tún wá wọ́n nù bàbá gbàgede, má ṣe mi ṣe kí ní dárúkọ mi o. Ẹ ṣé mà, ẹ ṣé o, ẹ ṣé sà. Mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ̀yin mọ́ mi wà dáàdì wa tẹ́ wà nífẹ̀ẹ́, mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín. Mi ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ ti ní kí n má dárúkọ. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Another Maryland again, another man from Maryland. Mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín, ẹ ṣé. Gbogbo èèyàn kàn yà mí lẹ́nu pé who am I? Àwọn èèyàn dúró tì mí o, wọ́n dúró tì mí tó ń yà mí lẹ́nu. Ẹ ṣé gan o, ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́, ẹ ṣé gan, ẹ ṣé. Kódà ìyá kan fi 10,000 naira ránṣẹ́. Ó tún wá sọ fún mi pé bàbá gbàgede mi ò tí ì bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ni o. Mo ti kó iṣẹ́ tí mo wà tẹ́lẹ̀ o. Ní US, ká ní mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni, ó wù mí kí n times 20 irú eléyìí o. Omi dẹ̀ ń bọ́ lójú mi. Mọ́mì, ní agbára Ọlọ́run, iṣẹ́ tó máa fi yín lọ́kàn balẹ̀, tó máa dùn yín nínú, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dùn mí nínú, Ọlọ́run á bá mi dùn yín nínú, times 2 million rú ẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá bá mi yọ̀, tẹ́ ṣe dáadáa sí mi, dáadáa ò ní kó lọ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ yín. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mi yọ̀ pàápàá, tẹ́ kọ̀ọ̀gọ́ tẹ́ fi tí padà nù, dáadáa ò ní kó lọ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ tí yín náà. Let us go to the business of today. Tí bá tún wá parí program yìí, máa tún appreciate yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, torí pé inú mi ń dùn, ẹ jẹ́ kó dúró tì mí, mo dúpẹ́ ṣe. Now, mi ò ní mẹ́nu kúrò. Ọ̀ntí táwọn ìjọba wa bá gbọ́n, tán bá gbọ́n tá à ń sọ, mo gbọ́ from a reliable source pé bàbá wa Ọọ̀ni tilẹ̀ Ifẹ̀ àwọn náà ti wá wọ́n ti yarí àwọn náà ti ń fúnjọba ní táwọn Fúlàní bá fún wa lọ́tímẹ́tọ̀n àwa náà fáwọn Fúlàní lọ́tímẹ́tọ̀n ìjọba ẹ tètè gbọ́ o wọ́n ní bàbá Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n sọ pé ẹ tó dẹ̀ sọ fún mi ìṣẹ́ ti ń parọ́ kódà láàrin àwọn olóṣèlú ní pàápàá ẹni yẹn ń complain pé ó ti ẹ̀dá kí gbogbo ẹ̀ lójú báyìí Ọọ̀ni náà ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí ó ti dá àwọn Fúlàní yẹn ti ṣe tẹ́ mo wá wò pé lẹ́nu olóṣèlú ṣẹ̀yìn náà wọ́n pè Fúlàní ṣe tẹ́ àdúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ náà ó ti ń bọ́ sójú ẹ̀ ní bá a ti ṣe rò but I'm using this video to answer some people torí mo ti rí pé àwọn elite àwọn Fúlàní àwọn náà ti ń jáde sọ̀rọ̀ èyí tó bá ń bí mi nínú ni pé àwọn few incidents tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n wá kó pọ̀ ìtòṣẹlẹ̀ 2020 ìtòṣẹlẹ̀ 2021 ìtòṣẹlẹ̀ 2025 yìí wọ́n ò rí rẹpẹtẹ kan sọ tí gbogbo aráàlú náà bá ń jáde báwọn Fúlàní fúnra ṣe ń jáde ń sè táwọn náà bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ tiwọn èrò mélòó ṣe é rò pé in the next 10 years a lè sọ tán ni numerous havoc tí Fúlàní ti cause nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nílẹ̀ Yíbò nílẹ̀ Haúsá a lè sọ tán tẹ́ bá lẹ́ ní àwọn elite tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń defend ẹ̀yìn Fúlàní ìṣepìtì páwọn elite tiwa àjẹbánu ni wọ́n bá lọ wọ́n bódòdó ọ̀rọ̀ lọ káná bódòdó ọ̀rọ̀ lọ ni tẹ́gbẹ́ ìṣe jáde tẹ́yìn sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn táwọn elite tiwa náà bá jáde bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ilé àti kún kódà President Tinubu gan àti sùn kárípàwọn náà ní effrontery láti máa sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ Fúlàní elite ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí ara wọn senators wọn tán jáde ara wọn sọ fresh member wọn tán jáde torí èèyàn 16 tó ń pa yẹn èèyàn 1 billion tó ti padà nù Nàìjíríà kọ ẹgbẹ́ èèyàn tó ti dáná sun ẹgbẹ́ èèyàn tí wọ́n ti yìn ń bọ̀ pa ẹgbẹ́ àgbẹ̀ tó ti padà nù sóko ẹ̀ mo tún máa ń fídíò sọ wá tí máa play fún wa bí Fúlàní ní Delta State wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ ká bàbá ọmọ ìyàwó àtọmọ méjì wọ́n lọ ká wọn mọ́kọ lójú ọmọ àti ìyàwó wọ́n dẹ̀ yìnbọn pa bàbá wọ́n wá kó ọmọ ọkọ ìyàwó àtọmọ méjì lọ àwọn ẹbí ló tún ṣẹ̀ wá dá owó fún Fúlàní tó pa ọmọ wọn àwọn ẹbí yẹn ló tún dá owó tí wọ́n lọ fi gba ìyàwó àtọmọ méjì sílẹ̀ Fúlàní ò rí sọ àwọn elite Fúlàní ò rí sọ sí yẹn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni ó ti wú ire oko yẹn sóko kódà ẹ̀ lóko pẹ̀lú ìyàwó àtọmú káwọn ọmọdé á ní pé ẹlẹ́ wà lọ bá mi rúṣu wálé ó wo oko báwọn Fúlàní ti sá pamọ́ sóko wọ́n yọ sí wọn ní bìbà wọ́n dẹ̀ yin ọkọ̀ pa lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ lójú ìyàwó àtọmọ láìṣẹ̀ láìkù àwọn Fúlàní ò kígbe wọn àárí wọn o àrà wọn elite wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ kì í ṣe ẹjọ́ wọn nígbà táwọn elite tiwa náà kọ̀ tán sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà táwọn tá a nílò lórí náà kọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀rù kí wọ́n padà sípò ló ń bá wọn àwọn Fúlàní wá jáde àtijọ́ tọrọ 16 èèyàn yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ò gbádùn mọ́ aburú kankan ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn ṣùgbọ́n àwọn sọ́pọ̀tì káwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n máa ṣe aburú kiri kán máa pawọ́ èèyàn kiri ilẹ̀ Yíbò ò gbádùn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ò gbádùn ilẹ̀ Haúsá kò gbádùn sáúsà tó gbádùn nítorí Fúlàní kan ṣòro kó bá tún wá yà yín lẹ́nu ẹ wo Burkina Faso tá a sọ pé Ibrahim Traoré ń ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe bìlí pé the same àwọn Fúlàní náà wọ́n tún ti ń plan kúkú fún Ibrahim Traoré ìyẹn wá ní ẹ̀ fún wọn ṣe kìíní yẹn fún wọn òjò Nàìjíríà bí tà ń bọ̀ wọn ìṣẹ́yìn òkú ojú ṣe ìyẹn ló pa gbogbo Boko Haram dànù nílùú ẹ̀ ẹ bára yín lọ góòdì tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe Boko Haram wọn tí wọ́n defend táwọn àwọn òyìnbó wá jí kó nílùú wọn wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní mine copper mine gold lọ́dọ̀ wọn sí. Look at us in this country àwa jókòó síbẹ̀ and practice lawlessness encourage terrorism a lè fèsì wọn wọ́n tún halẹ̀ mọ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì àtúnṣẹ́tù wọn wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún Ibrahim Traoré máa gbé yẹn náà wẹ́ máa rí ìyẹn dín fún wọn lọ ó dín fún wọn bí ẹni dẹ́ran ni tọ́lọ́ plan wọ́n ṣe máa yọ yẹn kúrò lórí oyè wọ́n lọ ní èsì mọ́ta Fúlàní in fact, they are here in Africa to cause havoc. Wọ́n ní dáadáa kan tó fẹ́ ṣe fún wa l'Áfíríkà, Fulanis, ìrankíran, ìran burúkú, ìran òjì. Yet, wọ́n tún wá jáde, wọ́n ti rí Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n ti rí náà, ó ti mọ̀ pé àwọn ti ráyè wọlé sí wọn Nàìjíríà. Àwọn other African countries ò gbà wọn láyè. Láìpẹ́ yìí ni president tó wà ní Ghana. Láìpẹ́ yìí ló extradite gbogbo wọn. Bí ìgbà Donald Trump lé àwọn èèyàn kó l'Amẹ́ríkà. Bí president Ghana ṣe lé àwọn Fúlàní dànù nìyẹn. Because they are not indigene. Bó ṣe lé wọn dànù ni àgbé fídíò yẹn wá bí báyìí bóyá January or December. Wọ́n inaugurate máa yẹn báyìí. Bóyá lójọ́ kẹta lọ, lé gbogbo Fúlàní dànù. Ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn bí tó jẹ́ àwọn afọwọ́ pa wọ́n lórí ni. Àwọn afọwọ́ pa wọ́n lórí àwọn olórí wa. Wọ́n support wọn ni. Wọ́n lọ kábàbà àwọn fámìlì yẹn lọ sóko pé káwọn lọ kó ire oko tí wọ́n gbìdá wálé. Fúlàní ti sá pamọ́ sínú oko wọn, wọ́n dẹ̀ ká wọn mọ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fínísì bàbá wọn lójú wọn bẹ̀ lójú ẹsẹ̀ láìṣẹ̀ láìrò. Tó bá jẹ́ báwọn Fúlàní ṣe ń pariwo kiri sìn, làwọn olórí ìlú kọ̀ọ̀kan náà ń pariwo kí la rò pé ìbá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ṣùgbọ́n kí kankan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Fúlàní, kíá wọ́n ti bọ́ star, wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo because they cooperate. Because wọ́n láwọn olórí, wọ́n dẹ̀ lẹ́ni, ajá wọn lẹ́ni lẹ́yìn ló ṣe ń pọ̀ bọ́. They started ranting all around. So ti ẹ̀yẹ kárí Fúlàní, kárí ìran Fúlàní kan, kó tó ẹ̀ tó sọ̀rọ̀ rárá ní Nàìjíríà yìí, tó yẹ kárí. Wọ́n ní sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n wá máa fi nọ́ọ̀tì bojú. Wọ́n ní nínú Fúlàní, wọ́n máa sọ pé nọ́ọ̀tì. Wọ́n ti discipline north, wọ́n ti destroy north, wọ́n ti pa northerner. Ìyẹn lè máa gbọ́ wí aláṣẹ Fúlàní ni wọ́n. Torí àwọn northerners tó kú láwọn ò bá wọn ṣe, they are not part of them. They are not part of them. Àwọn yẹn sọ pé wọ́n ṣe part àwọn. See us. Ẹ wo tí mo ló ṣẹlẹ̀ dẹ́ta yẹn. Àwọn nǹkan tí mo mú wá yìí, èmi mú wá káfí lè káwa tí à sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Káfí lè lẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀, káfí lè ní fact in case àwọn tí wọ́n jáde síta tí wọ́n pariwo ẹgbẹ́sìnkẹ́sẹ́ ẹ ṣe ò sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá dìgbà tí ẹ ṣe ní ẹ̀yìn kẹ́sẹ́ ẹ̀ wáṣẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ wo Delta State mo bọ̀.
Fulani herdsmen for inside Delta State for Ogwashuku on the 23rd of March. Kolobi, one student of Delta State Polytechnic, where they call Chibueze. As they carried this boy come from Ogwashuku, now they move, march, enter that Ubuluuku. And for there, they meet one Mr. Afam for front of the gate. Now they Kolobi and join this particular Chibueze. As they come out from there, now they cross that Isa Ubulu Ogwashuku road. Then to power line. From there, now they cut enter farm road. My people, as I speak to now, as they enter that farm road, now they enter where they will go camp. For that place where they go for camp for inside the bush. Now they see this particular Mr. Godwin Anuka, his wife and the children for inside farm where they did. Now they call be that same family. In the presence of the wife and the children, now they buy Mr. Godwin for their presence. As I speak to now today now, the people where be say be their family members, don't go pay the ransom where they start with the demand. They don't release the Chibueze, they don't release the Mr. Afam, they release the wife and the children of Mr. Godwin, but Mr. Godwin is no more. My people, now waiting happen for inside Delta State, now they tell now. Of Mr. Godwin Anuka. This na simple family where we say just to look for daily bread. Now they take come up from house. Say may they go farm, may they take sustain themselves for this kind of economy. Unknowingly to them, say inside the farmland where they go, may they go harvest wetin they don't plant. Say some group of Fulani men hide inside where we say they are so desire not to kolobi them. And as soon as these Fulani men on the 29th of March get encounter with this particular set and family, now they buy this Mr. Godwin Anuka right there in the presence of the wife and the children. Which kind mind some people get to take carry out some form of atrocity. In the presence of your wife and the children, they buy Mr. God.
You said you were singing in the farm.
Yes.
That was how they now heard your noise.
Yes. They now confirm my father's back. My mom said Jesus. That these people is kidnapped and they tell us to shut up our mouth. We say okay. And then we start begging them.
ẹ bá pa àwọn Fúlàní kan wá sọ̀rọ̀ sílé ti dẹ́ta lárí yẹn tó ń bá ní kẹ́bí kọ̀ọ̀kan máa wá jáde ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kan máa wá sọ tẹnu wọn láwọn tí Fúlàní ti fi ojú wọn rí àmọye ọmọ tó ti sọdá láì ní bàbá àmọye ọkọ tó sọdá láì níyàwó àmọye ìyàwó tó sọdọ òkú ọ̀sán gan Fúlàní kan ṣo iná tí kékeré bá wá ṣẹlẹ̀ sáwọn wọn torí pé kò yé bóyá wà gọ̀ ní ká sọ ní o bóyá àwọn olórí wa ń bẹ̀rù ní ká sọ ní o tó jẹ́ pé àwọn ò lérú ẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn tó jẹ́ kí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n máa fọ́ síta ní wọ́n máa pariwo kiri ní ẹ̀wùjọ́ tí 16 yẹn ti ṣẹlẹ̀ íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì ò gbádùn mọ́ wọ́n jẹ́ kí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì gbádùn mọ́ àwọn olórí wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ní from every angles gbogbo newspaper tabloid náà fi wọ́n ṣe when beggar dies no comment seen tó bá jẹ́ pọ́ mẹ́rú ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí a kì í gbọ́ kankan ẹjọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ sọmọ ọba wọn lè mọ̀ wọ́ọ̀lù ṣé ọba ni Fúlàní jẹ́lé wa lórí ni I don't know bẹ́ẹ̀ kì í wọ́n tó sọ kì í ṣẹjọ́ wọn àwa là láwọn olórí tó bá jẹ́ pé báwọn ṣe wà well set up well arranged well equipped tí wọ́n dẹ̀ wà concern nípa welfare ara wọn láwọn lórí tiwa náà ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo òṣì táwọn Fúlàní ṣe káàkiri àti stop but we have nobody akọ̀yìn àwọn èèyàn síbẹ̀ ní àpò ara wọn náà lọ dù a ní gọ́fúnà ń bẹ̀ kí náà ṣe bí wọ́n fojú ara wọn ní tútí Fúlàní pa ẹ̀yin ẹ jẹ́ kí ìkọ̀kọ̀ ta lu Fúlàní kí àwọn gọ́fúnà bá ti jáde wọ́n ní wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ sọ́mọ ọ̀lù nítorí èèyàn 16 tó ń pa yẹn wọ́n ti sáàkì commissioner of police wọ́n ti sáàkì many people ìyí tí Fúlàní dẹ̀ ń pa nobody tí wọ́n ẹ̀fà sáàkì torí ẹ̀ ó ṣẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ Fúlàní báyìí gbogbo ayé ò gbádùn mọ́ àìmọye Fúlàní ṣe pa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe pa èyí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí 31st ni tí mo fi hàn wáyé 31st of December làwọn Fúlàní ṣe parun tuntun pa yẹn fún fámìlì yẹn aláwọn ẹbí wọn ò tí ì sin ọmọ wọn tán pa wọ́n tún ti ń wọ́wọ́ láti rescue àwọn ọmọ tí màá yẹn bí àtìyàwó wọ́n tún rescue wọn wọ́n fowó rescue wọn lọ́dọ̀ Fúlàní àwọn Fúlàní ṣe gbé ta ló fẹ́ pè sọlọ́pàá ló fẹ́ pè tó rẹ́dì láti act ṣé gọ́fúnà ló fẹ́ pè tó rẹ́dì láti act àbáwọn àmì ló fẹ́ lọ kó wá pé ibi ni o ẹ wá gbà wá o táwọn yẹn máa they will just look at you as if you are a mad person ẹ̀yin ojú ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Fúlàní ẹjọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Fúlàní ìgbà yẹn lámọ̀pá lọ́lọ́pàá ìgbà yẹn lámọ̀pá ní sójà ìgbà yẹn lámọ̀pá ní military ní Nàìjíríà ìgbà yẹn lámọ̀ pé gọ́fúmẹ̀ntì wà Nàìjíríà yìí torí pé immediately tó ń pè ní swift reaction will happen immediately why are we like this why are we like this ìkànnì àwọn olórí Fúlàní jáde sí obìnrin nìyẹn tẹ́ bá gbọ́n tó sọ lẹ́nu kò ṣeé wí òun gan ó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mọ̀ kọ́rọ̀ yẹn rùn lẹ́nu òun ó wá lọ ń ka Fúlàní ìjà Fúlàní tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ Ìbàdàn ní 2021 ó wá lọ ń kà yẹn this is 2025 ó wá lọ ń kà yẹn pé ẹ̀ka Fúlàní èyí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ̀ka Fúlàní èyí lè kí nìkan ẹ̀ka Fúlàní is enough is enough fortunately ó sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ only they would rather cease from being Nigerians than káwọn continue being one Nigeria káwọn máa kú lọ inú mi ti dùn bóyá sọ̀rọ̀ pé á dá fún yín cease to be one Nigeria mú country ti yẹn kó Nàìjíríà. I will be the happiest man tí irú ẹ̀ bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí. Let them leave this country because they are not part of us. Who are threatening government? Our masses, we will secede and so. Ngbọ̀ jẹ́ ká ẹ secede gan làdúrà. Ká lè rí mú mi nílùú. Ẹ bàlùjẹ́ inú yín tó ń dùn kí màdò máa wá halẹ̀. Ẹnìkan bàlùjẹ́. Ìmàdòlẹ́jẹ́ láàrin wa. Ìkàmàdòlẹ́jẹ́ òun yín pọ̀. Ntí mo sọ lè yé yín ẹgbẹ́ àjọgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu wúmà ẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ kábàkàbà tó ń sọ lẹ́nu tó ń hùn torí pé ó ṣẹ̀sọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n lé ní. Ìpàkúpà táwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti ń pa àwọn èèyàn látijọ́ nobody had now they don't react to it. Pípa nìkan ni àbò owó tó ń gbà kọ́ ransom ó tẹ́ wọn lọ́rùn. Ẹgbọ́n tí ìyá yẹn sọ.
These killings of northerners and the deriding of the north have aggravated and amplified the national question. If northerners are still citizens of the Nigerian state, then they must be accorded the rights and privileges of citizens in any part of the Nigerian Federation. If, however, the Nigerian state is not willing or ready to accord northerners their rights and privileges as citizens, then northerners will have no option, will have no obligation towards the Nigerian state. The Nigerian state, like any modern state, is sustained by the social contract. Like as John Locke's theory of social contract says, and I quote, that held that the obligation to obey civil government under the social contract was conditional upon the protection of the natural rights of each person, unquote. So if the state should fail, we have no obligation to obey or even continue the union. The North has continued to make sacrifices to keep the union. It looks like it is time to throw in the towel. While we still appeal to our youth for restraint, this time we shall keep our fingers crossed. We are here to tell Nigerians that this incident is one too many and will no longer be tolerated. We are speaking after due consultations with the Northern Elders Forum and the Arewa Consultative Forum and some Northern professionals, and precisely because we have restrained our youth from reacting and retaliating.
You are once more welcome. This is a press briefing by concerned northerners who, after observing the trend of events nationally as it affects our collective existence as a country, we decided to come together. The feeling, the aspiration, and the thinking of the people of the 19 northern states as we view it. The text is going to be read by our mother, Hajia Najatu Mohammed. Hajia, Bismillah.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, this is a press conference organized by concerned northerners. The nation woke up on the 28th of March to the horrifying news of a gruesome massacre in which about 16 people from northern part of the country were massacred in a very savagery manner that is reminiscent to the barbarism of the old Roman Empire. We have noted that since the event, leaders have issued the usual condemnation, and security agencies have announced the commencement of investigations, and community leaders have risen up to speak on the atrocity. But even as this was happening, some reckless parochial local champions have continued to insult the North and deride its people, fabricating lies and spreading mischief on the incidents. This is a very familiar scene in the last 2 decades. We are here to tell Nigerians that this incident is one too many and will no longer be tolerated. We are speaking after due consultations with the Northern Elders Forum and the Arewa Consultative Forum and some Northern professionals, and precisely because we have restrained our youth from reacting and retaliating. For the records, this is not the first time that Northerners have been targeted and killed under several guises and excuses. We recall the event of March 2016, where at the Mile 12 crisis, where Northerners were killed. In the same 2016, another massacre of innocent Hausa traders and settlers in Port Harcourt were killed. In December 2019, in Akure Market, is the Akure Market killing, where Northerners were killed. In Oyo State, at the Iganga killings in June 2021, where Northerners were killed and their properties were destroyed. In April 2021, in Imo State, dozens of Northern traders and cattle herders were slaughtered in cold blood by some armed bandits. In all of these incidences, the North restrained itself, even as they are far more larger in population than Southerners. In all these incidences, the North restrained itself, even as they are far more larger populations of these Southerners enjoying in the North. They are growing their businesses, making money off Northerners, all without any form of harassment. The North is not stupid. We can no longer allow a situation where our people are hunted down like game, while the same tribes are welcomed in the North, enjoying hospitality and making money off Northerners. This government and the ones it succeeded have also shown that they neither have the will or the capacity to deal with the threats to human life in Nigeria. The country has become a killing zone as they sit there and supervise the sharing of national resources meant to provide for the welfare and security of our citizens. As a result, citizens daily face precarious hazards as they work hard just to eke a living. In other words, our governments are in the habit of ignoring their constitutional duties and taking care of themselves and their fantasies, while citizens who voted for them in the first place rot away in penury and anguish as if they have no conscience at all. This is, to say the least, is a political blasphemy, and it has its consequences. As certain as death, it will come when it will come. We therefore need to remind this government that in the hierarchy of human needs, human life comes first. They have sworn to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which categorically and explicitly stated that the purpose of governance is the welfare and security of its citizens. We need to remind this government that they are here basking in power courtesy of the votes from the North. We need to remind this government and its security agencies that their excuses for their failure to secure this country has long been unattainable, and citizens will not continue to take these excuses kindly. Finally, these killings of Northerners and the deriding of the North have aggravated and amplified the national question. If Northerners are still citizens of the Nigerian state, then they must be accorded the rights and privileges of citizens in any part of the Nigerian Federation. If, however, the Nigerian state is not willing or ready to accord Northerners their rights and privileges as citizens, then Northerners will have no option, will have no obligation towards the Nigerian state. The Nigerian state, like any modern state, is sustained by the social contract. Like as John Locke's theory of social contract says, and I quote, that held that the obligation to obey civil government under the social contract was conditional upon the protection of the natural rights of each person, unquote. So if the state should fail, we have no obligation to obey or even continue the union. The North has continued to make sacrifices to keep the union. It looks like it is time to throw in the towel. While we still appeal to our youth for restraint, this time we shall keep our fingers crossed and mount a sentinel to monitor the investigation promised and the prosecution of those arrested and the payment of the compensation to the families of those who lost their lives. Because the people they elected failed to live up to the oath of office to the tenets of the Constitution. Thank you.
The crisis from the north here has led to we Northerners, sorry, I'm also from the north, being disrespected.
Ṣé gbọ́ nǹkan tí àwọn Fúlàní yarí tán sọ? N tó ń jà mí lẹ́nu ni pé táwọn bá ń sọ irú ọ̀rọ̀ tán sọ yìí. Àwa tó wá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí lójoojúmọ́ every now and then ńkọ́. Ó kẹyọ kan 2021, ẹyọ kan ní 2023, ẹyọ kan ní àwọn tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ní daily basis tí Fúlàní ń ṣe fún daily basis. Kí ni kan sọ? Kí ni kan sọ o? Kí ni kan sọ? Àwa tí a jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ ṣá jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí. Onídìí ká pariwo púpọ̀. The way I'm looking at it, fúnra wọn náà fẹ́ fọ́ ara wọn pín Nàìjíríà báyìí nísìn. Àwọn Nàìjíríà ò nídìí wàhálà, àwa Yorùbá ò nídìí wàhálà púpọ̀ mọ́. Ẹ ṣá jẹ́ a máa ṣe bá ṣe rọra ṣe ká máa bẹ lọ́hùn. Fúnra wọn náà ti fúnra wọn lóògùn jẹ. Fúnra wọn ni wọ́n fẹ́ pín Nàìjíríà fúnra wọn báyìí. Mo sọ̀rọ̀ kan kí n tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ program yìí. Mo sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ fàsìkò ìdúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ dádì mi kan láti US. Wà ń pè wọ́n ní Mr. Bọ́lọ̀ dúró. Mo sọ wọ́n ní Odogwu of BGI. Kò sí kankan tí mo gbélẹ̀ láyé. Bàbá ilé ní owó tẹ fẹ́ rèsì fẹ́ nìyẹn, òun mú 1/4 of the whole money. Bàbá là ní di 10 million. Ó lè lóhùn ní òun mú 1/4. Wọ́n ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ láìmọye ìgbà. Yọ̀pọ̀ máa láwọn mú 1/4. Wọ́n láwọn lágbára àmọ́ mú 1/4. Abala ní di 2 million. Nígbà tí ẹ̀kan ṣó bá mú 1/4. 1/3 of everything. Can you imagine? A ní ká pín sí mẹ́ta tàbí ká pín sí mẹ́rin. Òun nìkan kò dá kan. Ẹ lọ rèsì tó kù. Bàbá yà dá kan lẹ́rìí. Ọ̀hún àti Mr. and Mrs. Ẹ̀tọ́lọ́mọ̀. Àwọn méjèèjì yẹn specially ni mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ ṣé ẹ kú àdúrótì. Ẹ ṣé wọn mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Mo ti gbàgbé wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ ni mo dẹ̀ rántí wọn ẹ sáré sọ. Now, bí Fúlàní ṣe fáwọn Nàìjíríà, táwọn Nàìjíríà gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì wá ń fọwọ́ ra wọn lórí ródóródó. Wọ́n rò pé àwọn lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ní Burkina Faso. Ìjọba ológun ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ sí kì í ṣalágbádá. Ológun ò retí second term lọ́wọ́ yín, kò retí third term, àti first instance táàmù tó lò lẹ́yìn kọ́ lẹ fi síbẹ̀. So ẹ lè yọ àfi tó bá ṣe tán tó fẹ́ install democracy ló kù. So kò retí táàmù kankan. Fúlàní ló pè business as usual bíi ti Nàìjíríà ni. Wọ́n lọ ń lé èsì mọ́ta torí pé wọ́n rojú ẹ̀ lẹ̀, wọ́n rojú Traoré lẹ̀. Wọ́n wá lọ ń lé èsì mọ́ta against Traoré. Wọ́n ṣe pa Thomas Sankara pé kí wọ́n lè pa òun náà bẹ́ẹ̀. Máa yẹn wá gẹ̀ẹ́tì wọ́n wá ṣe kìíní yẹn fún wọn. And I begin to wonder, ìran Fúlàní ṣé destruction ni wọ́n fi dáhùn ni wọ́n porúkọ ọ̀ràn wọn ni? Kò sí ìlú tí wọ́n wà tó lògbèsè ayé jẹ́jẹ́. Àfi kó destroy ìlú yẹn, àfi kó bà ti ìlú yẹn jẹ́. Àfi kí wọ́n fi àwọn ọmọ ìlú yẹn sínú ẹkún ìpayín kékeré ọ̀fọ̀. Máa fi nǹkan tó tún lọ dánwò ní Burkina Faso máa fi hàn wá. Ṣùgbọ́n o, wọ́n bá Traoré lé. Wọ́n bá yẹn lé gidi. Fúlàní táwọn fọwọ́ra lórí ń bí. Ìyẹn ṣe kinní yẹn fún wọn gan. Ó ṣe kinní yẹn. Kíjọba Nàìjíríà kí wọ́n wo fídíò yìí. Káwọn náà kọ́ fi mọ owó èèyàn wo ni ìran wo ni Fúlàní jẹ́. Wọ́n ń ṣàwọn tẹ́lẹ̀ máa fọwọ́ra lórí. Wọ́n ń ṣàwọn agbára bá jáde tó wá ń pariwo sí. Like seriously, kò sẹ́ni tó support tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn. But gbẹ̀ngbẹ̀ ní síwájú jò. Ìkọ̀kọ̀ ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tínú tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn fi ṣẹlẹ̀. Tí mo dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ gbà pé tíjọba ò bá gbé gbèsè. Ọlọ́pàá jẹ́ kí ìtọ́jú yẹn lọ tún ṣẹlẹ̀. Because àwọn grievances bá wà lára wọn, they want to revenge, they want to retaliate. Ṣé wà ní wọ́n wù yẹn? Ẹ rò pé àwọn decans nísìn wọn ò rí nǹkan táwọn Fúlàní ṣe. Tí bàbá àtọmọ àtìyàwó àtàwọn tó ń lọ séko tẹ́ ẹ pa bàbá síbẹ̀ tó tún wá ń fi owó gba àwọn ọmọ àtìyàwó. Ṣé fẹ́ jẹ́ àṣọ tí ń sunkún? Government need to wage in immediately and they need to strategize. Kí ni kán ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Fúlàní tó fi máa stop hegemony látọ̀dọ̀ Fúlàní? This culpable homicide tí Fúlàní ṣe yìí báwo ni ìfẹ́ stop ẹ̀? Otherwise ìyí tó lè jù ilé ọlọ́mọdé ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìyẹn ni wọ́n ṣe ní Burkina Faso. Ẹni pé all round báyìí ó lè Traoré yẹn fi good. First of all, bó ṣe wọlé, the first assignment ẹ̀ ni kó stop Boko Haram. Kò sáriwo tán pa fundamental right tí wọ́n ló tamper with ẹ̀jẹ̀ kìíní kan ṣáwọn ní fundamental human right. Human left ní tí wọ́n kì í ṣe human right. Fundamental human left náà ní. Torí pé gbogbo ẹ̀dá tó bá ti lè mú ọwọ́ ẹ̀ tó fi gbẹ̀mí ẹ̀dá ẹ̀, there is no more fundamental human right for him or her. Àwọn tó ń violate human rights wọn yẹn kọ́ tó rán sọ̀rọ̀ àpàpàdodo kí ni kán ṣe? The first thing tí máa yẹn ṣe ni kókó clear àwọn kò lẹ́nà. Fúlàní wá lọ regroup ara wọn torí tó ṣe yẹn wọ́n wá mú lọ́tà wọ́n wá ń plan fún kán lè pa wọ́n ti pa Thomas Sankara. Ó wá gẹ́ẹ̀tì wọn ó wá ṣe kìíní yẹn fún wọn. Ẹ bá mi ká lọ ní Burkina Faso. Ẹ wá lọ gbọ́ àṣírí àwọn Fúlàní tí Nigerians ń fi ọwọ́ pa lórí ń bí. Táwọn fọwọ́ pa lórí ń bí. Ẹ wá wo tuntun fi wọ́n pa Burkina Faso. Ẹ já jọ lọ.
Ìlú Ẹ̀gbá máa bí títí bàbá gbàgede mọ́ máa sílé àwòṣe fìlà dá mẹ́nu nù. Ṣèbórí tó bá máa dáde inú agogo dẹni gbọ̀rùn tó bá máa lè jìgbà lẹ̀kẹ̀ inú agogo dẹni gbé. Orí tó bá máa kọ́lé alárinrin kò ní kọ́lé àbẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ̀ bíi tèkùtì alihamudulilayi ní bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ ń ṣe o. Alhaji Sabur Adébẹ́jọ aláwìyí ọmọ bàbá tíṣà lábẹ́kúta tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀. Aláṣẹ àtolùdarí iléeṣẹ́ BGI TV. Wípé gbogbo ènìyàn síbi ayẹyẹ ìṣílé tuntun wọn tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ kọkàndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹrin ọdún 2025. Ọjọ́ Sátidé àbámẹ́ta ní o Saturday 19th April of 2025. Níbi tí àwọn ọ̀tọ̀kùlú lóríṣiríṣi yóò ti wà níkàlẹ̀ títí kó àwọn ọba aládé gbogbo. Aṣọ àǹkárá wà nílẹ̀ fún títà fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ pátápátá. Ra àǹkárá kan tún gbẹ̀bùn. Àǹkárá ọ̀pá mẹ́fà 6,000 naira, ọ̀pá mẹ́rin 4,000 naira. Ayẹyẹ ìṣílẹ̀ yìí yóò máa wáyé ní ilé tuntun bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ villa tó wà ní Kípẹ́ Ìdíòrì iléeṣẹ́ àwo Abẹ́òkúta. Ayẹyẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago 10 òwúrọ̀. Ibi tá a ti jẹ tá a yòó tá a mú lọ́dún tá a tún dì lọ́lẹ̀ April 19 ní o April 19 2025 ní bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ sílé wọn ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé àbí ìbéèrè lórí aṣọ àǹkárá rírà ẹ pè sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 081 30 67 2361 081 30 67 23 61 bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ ló ń wí pé ìrí akárí o.
To abort this beautiful thing happening in Burkina Faso. They want to stop it. Just like they stopped Thomas Sankara, they want to stop him. Currently, lovely people, I'm worried, I'm afraid. Listening to Ibrahim Traore giving detail of the situation currently at hand, to the extent of warning the citizens that, look, if any of them fall victim to manipulation, the soldiers would deal with them like they don't have soul in them. Ibrahim Traore giving his new month speech to the people on 1st April 2025. That's just after the end of the fasting. Ibrahim Traore just hinted that the enemy of the state, he referred to them as stateless people. They gather on the lagoon for days waiting to strike hard on Burkina Faso, which made Ibrahim Traore ask everybody to go home so that they can allow the military to be on guard. If I should use AI to translate the speech, AI will only simplify it. So let me put you on the right perspective so that when I'm doing the translation, you won't be lost. I can say right now that this is the most important video for me and I want it to reach everybody. So please hit the like button. After watching the video, share it and comment. It pushes the video to move forward. Everybody must have access to this video. Now, he referred to the enemy gathering on the lagoon, where the enemy is currently waiting right now to strike hard. I don't know which lagoon Ibrahim Traore was referring to, but from the close and pure research that I've made, Burkina Faso is a landlocked country, as we all know, meaning that it has no coastline or direct access to lagoon. However, the closest significant lagoon is the Ebri Lagoon in Côte d'Ivoire, near Abidjan. I believe this is ringing bell in our ears. Ivory Coast people, you should advise your government. Your government should stop accommodating the enemy. There has been a rising tension of some manipulative individuals in Burkina Faso enticing the public to demand the restoration of the nation back to democracy. You know, it is through democracy that the politicians have their share. It has become a shade that they covered themselves with. The leader of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, hit back in a way that even me, I'm surprised. I have another video here that gives details of the real situation on the ground confronting the Burkinabe soldiers. A video of confirmation, and I'll play that video also, then you will know what the people are dealing with on the battleground. Now, currently, some group have just been recruited rapidly from Burkina Faso into the camp of the enemy, and some have been arrested by the state of Burkina Faso though, but a lot of them have already joined the enemy. Most of these people are the headsmen being manipulated by the media, as the media is publishing this rubbish that the military leader is taking down the Fulani people. They put it in a way to mean that there is genocide against the Fulani tribe, or they don't like the Fulani tribe in Burkina Faso. So the Fulani group, the real Fulani group, has fallen victim to this, which led the real tribe of Fulani decided to join the enemy and fight against the army of Burkina Faso because they feel like they are not treating them well. Now, we need to settle first of all on the issue of these Fulani groups. You know, I posted in one of my videos where these Fulani group are coming out with camera claiming that the Fulani group need to come together because the Burkinabe leader is not treating them well and they are committing genocide against them. They are referring to the human right to come and intervene, the same human right that is pushing this agenda. So for us not to be in a confused state, we need to settle on the issue of this Fulani group, what these people have been doing in the name of Fulani. I have a video here confirming what exactly the military of Burkina Faso is dealing with on the ground and why the media is publishing this about the Fulani group. And I think this video is coming from Nigeria, and this is how they are trying to destroy Nigeria through these actions. The same thing they are doing in Burkina Faso. Let me break this down for you. 80% of this group that the Burkinabe army is fighting are these Fulani groups. They are in them masquerading themselves as the Fulani, and they are involved in attacking civilians a lot. While covering themselves with these cattle, they commit atrocity in the forest over there. They are always in the forest. So anytime the army go in and defeat them, some of them, they have women with them, living in the forest like Fulani group. But no, they are this group attacking civilians day in, day out. And most of them, the enemy is the one feeding and sponsoring them. They give them things and make them comfortable in the bush over there so that they can carry out the agenda of the enemy. So anytime the army go in there and defeat them, these houses will publish it and tell us that the army is going to analyze civilians, the Fulani group, that there is genocide against the Fulani tribe. Now this has enticed the Fulani tribe, who don't understand how these media houses operate. They have gone to join the enemy. Same thing they are doing to destroy Nigeria. Now watch this video here. After that, then we get into the translation of the speech of Ibrahim Traore. Then you have a clear picture of what exactly is happening.
Because now, if our women, our wives go to farm, they rape them, at times they will set them ablaze. Me in particular, I paid ransom 3 times to Fulani men. They kidnapped my elder sister. They've also kidnapped 2 people from this palace. Even last month, I paid ransom also. To even sleep in this place is by the grace of Almighty. To even access this road, you need to get security. So that's a major problem. Me as John Ojo Fuzea, I no longer want Fulani in my forest. Let me also use this medium. Since the chiefs are here, they should go back home and ask questions. Anybody who have a hand in Fulani, stay in any part of Fuzea forest. If I discover, I will drop that chief immediately. Because my people cannot be suffering. And some people will be somewhere enjoying, taking money from these people for us to be paying ransom. They will kidnap us, keep us in our own land, we'll pay ransom. We are tired. I don't have a hand in Fulani, and anybody in Uzea who have a hand in Fulani should, with immediate effect, tell them to leave. If you know them, tell them to leave Uzea. Us in Uzea here, we need security. We need security. So that one day we will not wake up and find out it's only 2 people that is remaining in this whole kingdom.
I'm surprised. Let's get into the speech without wasting time, lovely people. Please, you need to help me. Hit the like button. You know, if we have more subscription from this video, the video will be pushed by YouTube. If we have more like from this video, it will be pushed by YouTube. If we have more share from this video, it will be pushed by YouTube, because we need the message to go across. Then the public will awake against this. It deter them. It weaken them. When the public have the support and the public is aware of what they are doing, there is cry all over social media. It deter them. It weaken the enemy. So we need to do this for the mother Africa. So no matter how your heart is not allowing you to even click the like button, please, for this video, do it as an African supporting the African narrative. Thank you. Let's get right into it. So, comrade, we are in April 1st, which mark the beginning of the 2nd quarter of the year 2025. And of course, the end of the 1st quarter is here. And I guess all office managers, department head, were able to take stock of this 1st quarter and also to give prospect for the 2nd quarter. In any case, I think that the idea is to sacrifice ourselves to always give our best for the happiness of our people, and so that our country can shine. So I invite each one of you to be able to draw a new line for the 2nd quarter. Give your best, both in service and therefore also in everyday life, so that our country can continue to grow. As to the different fighting forces on the ground, I want to pay tribute to them for the exceptional works that was done throughout the last quarter. We are able to progress significantly on the ground. We were able to recapture areas that were under terrorists for 4 to 5 years. And we were able to reclaim these areas, and other areas are currently being consolidated, which is therefore a very significant progress. But I also call on other forces in these areas that are in another relative territory to be vigilant, because the deceptive act of the enemy is so tricky in such a way that when you are in a calm state and tension seems to be lower, then they will come in and hit you unaware. So I invite all those who are on the field to safety posture. They should always be vigilant and not be taken by surprise by the enemy. They should be on guard against the forces of the enemy. Additionally, I urge all workers, ministers in service for the motherland to redouble their effort so that at the end of 2025, this year will be crowned with success at all levels. And as for the popular masses, I will urge everyone to go home, because today more than ever, the stateless person, lovely people, the stateless person are individuals who are not recognized as citizens by any country under its law. So he is referring to the terrorists. Now let's go. I urge everyone to go home, because today more than ever, the stateless persons, the enemy of the nations, are very active. And you can see it on the lagoon side. They are gathered for several days. Their objective is to make Burkina Faso leave the event of 1987 again. Lovely people, here he is referring to 1987. It was in this year that Burkina Faso experienced a coup d'etat in October 15, in which Thomas Sankara, the country's revolutionary leader and president, was assassinated. Now let's move forward. The objective is to make Burkina Faso leave the event of 1987 again, forgetting that the time have changed and we are on the war path. We are waiting for them, their mercenaries, their actions, and I want to say this loud and clear: we will be ruthless to them. They can continue to dream, but Burkina Faso will continue. And that's why I did make everyone aware last time. He was referring to this video when he was warning them that if any one of them, become victim, they will be consumed. Now let's move forward. I urge each one of you to be vigilant and not to give in to manipulations. As you can see, their actions is limited to misinformation, manipulation to subversion. It is necessary that each one can remain calm with the objective in front of us, so as not to be diverted, because we will be soulless to those who will be manipulated. Only those who are greedy, those who want everything for themselves, can be manipulated by these stateless people. Let's stay focused. And if we have to say it loud and clear, we are not in democracy, we are in revolution. Everyone have to understand that. And moreover, it is amazing that the so-called supposed to be intellectuals who attended school can imagine that a country can develop in democracy. Is not true. I want them to name only one country that was able to develop in democracy. It is not possible. Development under democracy is only an imagination. We necessarily need to go through revolution, and we are well and truly revolutionized. Those who did not understand it, we will say it loud and clear again. Everyone has to understand this, and our role in communicating to explain and to make people understand what our revolution is, to carry the people along in this journey, we will continue to play this role. So this question of democracy or their so-called freedom of action or expression, where everyone can do whatever they wish anyhow, it has no place here. I said it once, in democracy, as much as you think you are free to talk and act anyhow, the other person is also free to speak and act equally anyhow. And there we will end up with a society of disorderliness. In fact, we must be disciplined. We cannot make a revolution in disorderliness. We need to maintain order and discipline so that we can progress, because political, economic, social reform ideology need order and discipline, and everyone has their own role to play in this. So we must devote to this revolution, because many people for 2 years now embark on this boat of revolution by opportunism, and because of them we are now suffering. On giant wave we are now suffering. We are in a storm. We are in a very strong headwinds, and these people can never stay in the same boat with us. As we go along, they will fall into the water and you will see them, but we will continue, because our goal is to find calm waters and to be able to navigate. And when we leave the storm on calm waters, I think we will ride without problem. So I invite everyone to return home, because the enemy is to recruit and is still recruiting traitors. Not more than few days ago, some traitors have been arrested. Those are called traitors are those same people living among us that continue to work to be agents for embassies of imperialist countries established in Burkina Faso. Some were arrested and we will continue to unmask them. And some are also in our administration. They are there in civil society organization. They are there in the political orientations, and they manipulate others to destroy them on path contrary to the progress of our country. And it was when we stopped them that we realized that they are indeed agents of these countries, of embassies and of these imperialist countries also established in Burkina Faso. Everyone must remain vigilant because our revolution does not please many people. These are servants waiting to carry out orders of their masters, believing that they can end our revolution. They fail to understand that we have taken all measures, and I'll say it one more time. We will be ruthless and without a state of mind in the face of those who think they can get through our development. And I'm talking about the development of our country. We will continue our revolution. We will develop our infrastructure, be it on the health sector, on the education sector, whether it is road infrastructure. We will develop our industry, transform Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso will shine regardless. Do not give space to those who still have the desire to repeat the year 1987. I repeat it. So stay focused and alert and make progress for the next quarter. So in this part of victory, we will continue to fight on the ground to recapture our different zones. I was able to update you of the progress that is made. It's a strategic move. And this allows us to go and locate our borders to borders. This is very remarkable. We will therefore continue in this direction, zone by zone, step by step, to clean the territory and reconquer the whole of our country. Be those who also convey our ideology within the popular masses. Send the message to the people out there. Thank you so much. May God bless our country. Homeland or death, we will conquer.
ìlú Ẹ̀gbá máa bí títí bàbá gbàgede mọ́ máa sílé àwòṣe fìlà dá mẹ́nu nù. ṣèbórí tó bá máa dáde inú agogo dẹni gbọ̀nrún tó bá máa lè jìgbà lẹ̀kẹ̀ inú agogo dẹni gbé. orí tó bá máa kọ́lé alárinrin kò ní kọ́lé àbẹ̀rẹ̀wọ̀ bíi tèkùtì alihamudulilayi ní bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ ń ṣe o. Alhaji Sabur Adébẹ́jọ aláwìyí ọmọ bàbá tíṣà lábẹ́kúta tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ aláṣẹ àtolùdarí iléeṣẹ́ BGI TV. ń gbé gbogbo ènìyàn síbi ayẹyẹ ìṣílẹ̀ tuntun wọn tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ kọkàndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹrin ọdún 2025. ọjọ́ sátidé àbámẹ́ta ní o Saturday 19th April of 2025. níbi tí àwọn ọ̀tọ̀kùlú lóríṣiríṣi yóò ti wà níkàlẹ̀ títí kó àwọn ọba aládé gbogbo. aṣọ àǹkárá wà nílẹ̀ fún títà fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ pátápátá. ra àǹkárá kan tún gbẹ̀bùn. àǹkárá ọ̀pá mẹ́fà 6,000 naira, ọ̀pá mẹ́rin 4,000 naira. ayẹyẹ ìṣílẹ̀ yìí yóò máa wáyé ní ilé tuntun bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ villa tó wà ní kípẹ́ ìdíòrì iléeṣẹ́ àwo Abẹ́òkúta. ayẹyẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago 10 òwúrọ̀. ibi tá a ti jẹ tá a yòó tá a mu tá a tún dì lọ́lẹ̀. April 19 ní o April 19 2025. ní bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ òṣìlẹ̀. wọ́n ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé àbí ìbéèrè lórí aṣọ àǹkárá rírà. ẹ pè sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 081 30 67 23 61 081 30 67 23 61. bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ ló ń wí pé ìrí akárí o.
Gbàgede Ìmọ̀ TV, Gbàgede Ìmọ̀.